See? It's still in the space station. Like Skrullum said, it cannot escape from here. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it to the death.
This place is strange.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance. For the theater of the mediocre. Answer me. 0 points. Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
In the mood for another beating?
Activate! Attack detected. Adjust. Stand into attack.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame! Every victory is hard won.
Activate!
Your answers? Answer me.
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
This has nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore. seems like this chase is about to end.
Still the same old.
Your answers?
Just 0 points. Stand in position.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Every victory is hard won.
It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessed. It is little wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. But next time, expect no intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins within.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire. Oh? No. Hold on. The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not hippie, shall we?
Measure of truth and falsehood. Answer me.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Nice like a good night, friends. Indulge yourselves!
Attack! 0 points.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Set in the seas of flame!
Rhythm get messed up. Dreams do come true. I'll catch up.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
Step up, let's see ya.
Firefly Type 4 in position set in the seas of flame!
Take your positions.
Joining the battle. Terminate.
Rhythm get messed up. Dreams do come true.
Stand in position. Attack.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
You fool! I'm asking questions.
Set in the seas of flame!
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong. SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Fight to live!
Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
0 points. Your answers?
Stay in step.
That's all you got? How's this taste?
Thank you. I will keep fighting. Set to the seas of flame!
I'm asking question.
Rhythm get.
Your fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Join the battle.
Take your positions.
In the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up.
Support received.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
A miracle.
Stay in step.
How's this taste?
Thank you. I will keep fighting.
Nice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
SAS per kip. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I will claim set to the seas of flame!
Dreams do come true.
0 points. I'm asking questions. Answer me.
Stand in position.
Time to mix things up.
Test. 0 points.
Attack detected. Join the battle. Detonate.
How's this taste?
Support received.
Good work. You did very... Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them, but they are otherwise fine. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, madam. But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi. Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
It is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body. You need to keep on living. Everything okay? Huh? Why is D-Ting talking to you? I've always been nice to cute little animals. I think I'm a better fit, that's all. Never mind. No need to get offended. The first time we met D-Ting was during the Kafka hunt. I could tell there was a mysterious connection between us. Whenever he barked, I understood what he wanted to say. For example, woof woof, woof 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 woof. Meaning, hello dear, I found a strange thing at the port of Cloudford. You may want to come and have a look for yourself. D-Ting can convey a lot of information with only a few sounds. So what did D-Ting find at the port? Come on, let's go check it out. Little D-Ting says he's been dutifully searching for clues all over the Xianzhou. He notified us as soon as he found something strange. So what does he want us to take a look at?
This is Yanqing, retainer to General Jing Yuan. I'm in active pursuit of a fugitive. The situation is unpredictable and developing rapidly. So I've planted this jade tracer to record my whereabouts. If anyone finds this tracer, please take it to the seat of divine foresight, so the Cloud Knights have the necessary intel to act swiftly.
So it's a recording device. D-Ting must have heard its signal and called us over here to investigate. He looks about 8 or 9 years old, and he's already the general's retainer? The Xianzhou really does have some child prodigies, huh? Given everything that's been happening on the Xianzhou recently, I reckon the only fugitive worthy of a retainer's attention would be a Stellaron hunter. I wonder how he's getting along.
Blade tracking entry. Traces run cold at Starskiff Haven. I'll have to ask the Cloud Knights in the area if they... Captain, could you spare a moment?
Yanqing? Why are you all the way out here on the front lines? Shouldn't you be back at the seat of divine foresight?
The General already has a lot on his plate. As his retainer, it's my duty to share the burden. Nothing new to report, I assume?
Correct. After this Blade escaped from the shackling prison, he disappeared into thin air. I wonder if he's even still on the ship.
Or perhaps he had no intention of escaping in the first place.
What foul demons found their way across the stars to wreak havoc on the Luofu?
That's why I'm here, to help the General eliminate those demons.
Is that so? I didn't receive any orders from the General.
This is a covert operation.
Then shall we dispatch a few knights for this
I appreciate the gesture, but the fewer people who know about a covert operation, the better. Making a big show of it will only scare the snake deeper into the grass. A good hunter must operate alone. Dispatch a few knights? Huh, how incapable does he think I am? I might be young now, but just you wait. If the Psycrane hadn't been damaged, we could have extracted some footage. The perimeter is well guarded, but there are no traces of the fugitive passing through. The Master Diviner is always boasting about her foresight. Didn't manage to foresee this disaster, did she? The Skyfaring Commission really made a mess of this. Who knows if we'll ever find all these missing ships? Starskiffs are blocked from entering or exiting. There's no way the fugitive got through. But if he fled toward the interior of the ship, it'll be hard to track him down over such a vast area. A fugitive would still have to rely on starskiffs to travel between different delves. If we start by investigating the starskiff he stole, maybe we can get a lead. Guess it's back to the docks again. Looks like the influence of the Stellaron spirits is growing. How many can you block? Strike the target!
Initiate cleanup! Attack!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Playing dead? What a childish...
Salmon was pure. Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
What's this? This kind of wound is not the work of a Cloud Knight. The best prey is one that leaves traces. Here, Duting, let's follow the scent. Civilians are still getting attacked? Where are the Cloud Knights? Hey, don't panic! I'll get you out of there! Strike with heart!
Initiate cleanup.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Take your positions.
In the mood for another beating?
Set to the seas of pain!
Huh? They were on their feet a second ago.
Thank you for your assistance, young man.
Just doing my job. The port has been sealed off. Why are you here alone?
I came with a merchant ship. The shadows of old friends have returned to my thoughts of late. I came. Who would have imagined the Luofu could become such a dangerous place?
You chose a bad time to visit, I'm afraid. There's been an incident. It won't take long for the General to fix it, though. This place isn't safe. We should head to the nearest Cloud Knight garrison. By the way, did you see a man with long hair and black clothes around here? You can't see? Apologies. I thought... My name is Yanqing. I'm registered with the Cloud Knights. And your name is?
Jing Liu.
Nice to meet you. Miss Jing Liu? Allow me to lead the way. We might have to take a bit of a detour, but I promise to get you to the Cloud Knight safely.
Where exactly are we headed, young?
To the docks. Don't worry, you'll be safe. Let's get going, miss. Careful.
Where do we go from here?
Shh, quiet. We've got trouble to deal with first. Wait here a moment, miss. I'll be right back. Shift the balance. Shift the balance. Shift the balance. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You've come at the perfect time, little one. We could use your blood to irrigate the celestial traces.
Little one? This little one is about to teach you a big lesson.
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
Where did these guys come from? Huh, the General was right.
You are quite the sword master, young man.
You saw that?
I heard it. A sword whistles through the air and rings out upon contacting the enemy. Whilst invisible to the eye, such signals reveal the quality of one's swordplay. As a musician listens to the notes of a song, so a poet listens to its rhyme. And in the flow of combat, a skilled swordmaster delivers both with their blade. I'll wager the Cloud Knights capable of wielding 6 flying swords at a time. Number few, indeed.
Thanks, miss.
However, your zealousness inhibits your ability to hide your line of attack.
Huh?
Which causes your sword's song to become somewhat mumbled.
I guess the connection between music and swordplay is real after all. The General told me something similar.
He said my swordplay was too proud and angular. He said it lacked the maturity required to win the title of Sword Champion.
Sword Champion. If I recall correctly, that title is bestowed on one who reaches the pinnacle of swordsmanship in the...
Right! Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the title of Sword Champion has gone unclaimed. But once everything settles down and the combat art ceremony returns, it's a title I'm determined to win.
The Cloud Knights have many martial arts traditions. Who was it that instructed you in swordplay, young man?
I see you're no stranger to the art. I won't keep you in suspense. My master is none other than General Jingyuan of the Luofu.
General.
I know you haven't visited for a long time, but surely you've heard of General Jingyuan. He says he has no affinity with the sword, that his skills are getting rusty. Well, if that's true, I never noticed from his training. All right, the coast is clear. Let's keep moving. The Starskiff voyage log can be accessed through the dock navigator array. Active Starskiff. There! This one goes past the Divination Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Well, my work here is finished. Now to make sure you get to a safe destination.
Given the present circumstances, the Cloud Knight garrison probably isn't a safe destination.
Correct. So we're not going there. I'm taking you to the Shackling prison. Safe, well-guarded, plenty of food, and a place to sleep.
Young man, if you wish to apprehend someone, shouldn't you have a reason?
Suspicious behavior and half-truths. Those alone are reason enough. You think you can fool me just because I'm a child? A sealed-off port with a stranded passenger? Unlikely. Not to mention you walking the whole way here without so much as a stumble. You can see as well as I can. The biggest giveaway was your comment about my swordplay. Correctly guessing the number of swords from the sound alone? You'd have to be more than human. You're not blind at all, are you?
I never claimed to be. You came up with that yourself. Fear not, young man. I hold no grievance against you, and have never held ill intent towards the Xianzhou. The black veil covering my eyes is merely proof of my resolve to never look back, to never fall again into Mara and destruction. I came here to catch one person. It's quite fortunate that our paths have crossed.
The one you're looking for. Is it Blade?
He goes by Blade nowadays. A fitting name for someone who dedicated his mind and body to the ways of the sword. Take me to him, young man. You are no match for me, and therefore, no match for Blade either. Let me accompany you. There is no need to throw your life away.
We've not even drawn swords yet, and you declare yourself the winner? Let me offer you a word of advice.
I was hoping to avoid a conflict with the Cloud Knights. How about this? Let's have ourselves a little contest. We can use the abominations that have infested the Luofu as target practice, and see whose sword can slay more and slay faster.
And if I win?
Then I will obediently follow you to the Shackling prison and receive whatever judgment awaits me there. Don't worry, I'll keep my end of the bargain. But if I win, You have to share Blade's whereabouts with me. Fair enough?
A Cloud Knight never gambles with official business. But in any case, you won't beat me.
I admire your confidence. But what was it you said earlier about declaring a winner before swords were drawn? It would seem we've cleared every abomination from the area. Let's find another location and continue our contest. May the best swordmaster win. This place is brimming with Mara, the perfect environment for honing one's skills. Surely slaying abominations doesn't count as gambling with official business?
How do we tell who's won?
We go from here to the end of the path without leaving a speck of abomination behind us.
Deal.
Lead the way.
What if you're just using this as a chance to escape?
Jingyuan trained you, all right?
Show me what you got. Time for swordplay.
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
That's all you got?
How many can you block? Strike with heart. Where did she go? I didn't even see you overtake me.
Too slow, young man.
But how is that possible?
What kept you this time? You'll need to work harder. Otherwise, you won't even catch me in a star skiff. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. A long time has passed since I wielded this sword. The heat. Come, young man. I'll let you finish up. I'll let you make 3 moves. Draw your sword. Don't you know it's rude to keep an elder waiting? Hesitant, weak. What happened to that confidence of yours? My turn. Once you draw your sword, you must strike down your adversary in one blow without turning back. Jingyuan taught you how to slay abominations. But did he ever teach you how to deal with the Mara struck? The answer is, there is no difference. The sword pierces the body and severs its life. If this sword came for your throat, would you be able to deflect it? Did you think this swordplay was just a game of victory and defeat? Future sword champion. Your final move was the only one that didn't disappoint.
I lost?
Our contest has not yet come to a conclusion. For I have yet to make my final move, and the field has no opponent. Unsheathing this sword without merit is to blaspheme the divine will of the Rainbow Arbiter and invite calamity.
You...
Even with your strength, if you were to cross paths with Blade, it would mean death for you. I can give you a more dignified end than dying at his hands. To die as a swordmaster, having witnessed the perfection of my technique, refined 1,000 times over. What say you to that, young man? You have courage.
I deflected it?
That move was a token of my appreciation. We were fated to meet this day, and in days to come.
This mysterious woman also wants to find the whereabouts of Blade. No matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. I have to pick up the pace.
And that's the end? There's nothing else in the operations log? That Jing Liu seems pretty dangerous. The Stellaron crisis sure has attracted a lot of strange people to the Law Fu. Shouldn't we hand this over to Qing Yuan as soon as possible?
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Cultured people love visiting here. Do you know?
What is your purpose for entering the sea?
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today, collating casualties and losses, dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples, submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now, generalship is no trifling matter. How could I be enjoying myself? All I can do is get used to it. I think she's enjoying herself.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary. I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Law Fu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you. Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised! They're finally here! Yippee! Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master
Wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool. Now that thanks have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Without a doubt. This Jade Tracer belongs to Yanqing. I can't thank you enough. Thank you again for your help, friends from the Express. The situation remains unpredictable, so take care. I hope to be able to drink and talk freely with you once again, when everything is settled.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame! Every victory is hard won.
Looks like there's smoke rising in the distance. Miss Shikui sent us a side crane. See if you can get an aerial visual. This is an emergency. We need to find where the star skiff crashed as soon as possible. There. That must be who Miss Shikui asked us to save. We need to hurry. Those abominations have trapped her.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Firefly Type 4. Activate! Initiate cleanup.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
In the mood for another beat?
Naughty nap time.
Here! It's too dangerous! Go get someone from the Skyfaring Commission. Tell them Qing is in trouble.
Don't worry, Miss Qing. We've been in worse danger.
Joining the battle. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame!
Rhythm get messed up. Let's improvise.
Step up, let's see it. How's this taste?
Thank you. I'm fresh. I will. Keep fighting. This is more than fight. Attack detected.
Rhythm get messed up.
That's better.
There are too many monsters. Let's hold out for a little longer. The Cloud Knights should be here soon.
Just run! These monsters can't get up here anytime soon.
No can do, Miss Qing. We're not abandoning you. Easy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
You two have held out long enough. Help is at hand. Cloud Knights, formation! Prepare to engage! Hold on, Qing. We're coming to get you!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thank you.
Stay
I will keep fighting.
Dreams do come true.
That's what you got?
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Set the seas aflame!
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Take your positions. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
That'll take more than medicine.
This is fight to live!
Rhythm get messed up. Let's improvise.
That's all you got?
Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight!
Target detected.
Rhythm get messed up.
Dreams do come true.
In the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up.
Great team. The mood is set. Let the show begin. I'm fresh shot. Stay in step.
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Setting the seas aflame!
I didn't know the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission dealt with situations like this in person.
Indeed. I should be reviewing files in the Palace of Astrum. However, Qing-Ni decided to put herself in danger and trouble our esteemed guests with her safety. As her mother, I couldn't sit idly by. Qing-Ni, have you thanked your benefactors yet?
Thank you, benefactors.
No need, Miss Qing-Ni. It was nothing.
You Astral Express trailblazers have outstanding manners, though your allegories are a little odd. It was because of both of you that Qing-Ni escaped unscathed. Words cannot express my gratitude. In fact, by way of thanks, I'd like to invite you to the Palace of Astrum for tea. It is about time we knew each other better.
The feeling is mutual, Lady Yukong. We would be honored.
Then, for now, I will excuse myself. Qing-Ni's irresponsible actions caused much trouble for the two of you. Allow me to apologize.
You always do this, Mother. Scold me before figuring out what actually happened. It was a dire situation. I was the only one who could...
You promised me, Qing-Ni. We shall discuss this when we return. Please excuse us, benefactors. I look forward to our meeting.
I didn't know Yukong had that side to her. You have a unique way of putting things. But you're not wrong. Appearances seemingly tell us little about the lives of the Xianzhou's leaders, no matter how long those lives may have been. Yukong's inner worries and concerns came to the surface in the presence of her daughter. Only then was it clear that she, too, is somebody's mother. Yes, after all, I know what it's like to worry over a kid's homework and whether their lunch is healthy enough. But there's something I don't understand. Yes, Qing-Ni piloted a star skiff without permission and put herself in danger, but she meant well. Nevertheless, anyway, let's head over to the Palace of Astrum. Best not to keep Yukong waiting. No, but we've been invited. We certainly don't want to be late. All right, let's head out before it gets late.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Why won't you listen to me?
Because it's my life! You know I have the talent to make it. I can become the Luofu's best pilot, just like you were.
Talent? You'd be dead if it weren't for those two travelers. Do you think stealing a star skiff and taking to the skies is a show of talent? What about being trapped by abominations? Did you at any moment think about what I would feel if something happened to you? Do you know how many people dream of a relaxing desk job at the Skyfaring Commission? You promised me to work responsibly in your post. Not only have you broken the Skyfaring Commission's regulations, you've broken your promise to me.
I already told you. I had no choice. I want to help you and the Skyfaring Commission, not sit at my desk dealing with never-ending papers. That job doesn't suit me. I got the highest grade in the fighter pilot test. They all said I was a genius, like you. Like mother, like daughter. They were all jealous of me. But no one even knew I had to take the test behind your back. You would never have allowed me to go if I told you about it.
Behind my back? Do you really think you could have walked into the test and sat in the cockpit if I hadn't given my permission behind the scenes? As for genius, don't mention that word to me again. Why do you insist on becoming a pilot? I don't understand.
And I don't understand why you don't understand. Why can anyone in the world become a fighter pilot except the Helmmaster's daughter? Don't you realize how ridiculous that is? You may not want to fly anymore, but don't trap me down here with you.
Qingni, where are you going? I'm sorry you had to witness this.
Apologies, Madam Yukong. We should have given you some time. You're right. An oversight on my part.
On the contrary, I apologize for allowing my own personal matters to encroach on your time.
We don't intend to pry into private business, Helmmaster Yukong. But if there's anything we can help with, please don't hesitate to ask.
Family issues, I'm afraid. You probably heard a thing or two just now. Despite my earnest wish that she continue in her post, Qingni is fixated on becoming a fighter pilot. I may seem overbearing, but the situation she gets herself into sent a shiver up my tail. It's funny, isn't it? I've seen every disaster imaginable, from the abundance axis to a living planet. I thought I'd forgotten what fear was. But when I fought alongside you, I realized there are still things that can terrify me. I'm sorry. Talking about such vexing matters is unbecoming in front of guests. I invited you here to gain a better understanding of the Express, not bore you with these trivialities. Oh, I prepared refreshments for you. Please, you must try this excellent whale tide spring. Please accept these gifts as thanks for saving my daughter. I'd heard that the Nameless had traversed the Starry Sea, but I wasn't prepared for how much I could learn from you.
Well, I'd heard from members of the Skyfaring Commission that you were a top-tier pilot, Madam Yukong, and an ace among the Cloud Knights. Now that I've seen you in action, I know the rumors were true. I hope to witness your flying ability for myself one day. We'll head off now. The Commission must be busy. I look forward to our next meeting, Madam Yukong.
On my flying ability, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, Mr. Yang. The sky no longer suits me.
You two, please, wait! Thank you for saving me, benefactors. And I'm sorry you had to witness all that. So you've experienced it yourself, benefactor. That's great. I mean, I'm happy I finally found someone who can understand me. But I've had the hairpin ceremony. I'm an adult now. I have the right to pursue my dreams. Mom still insists on sheltering me under her wing, as...
Miss Qingni, these are family matters. I'm not sure it's my place to comment. However, in my personal experience, becoming a parent often means we become obstinate. To erode a rock, one must be patient and persistent, like water. What I mean to say is, instead of trying to prove yourself suddenly, perhaps you could demonstrate your ability to look after yourself methodically, over time. Don't you think, Miss Qingni?
My mom is actually a reasonable person, but she gets unreasonable as soon as I mention flying. She hid my Starskiff toys, dragged me away from the port when I stayed behind to count ships, forced me to study for ages. I did everything I could to work my way into the Skyfaring Commission. But she used her authority to assign me a desk job. Every time I walk along Star Watcher Avenue and look up at those ships flying freely across the sky, I feel empty inside. Speaking of empty inside, so how were Mom's refreshments? Good? I've been so angry today I forgot to eat anything. How about this? My mom thanked you guys with refreshments, so I should do the same. Let me take you around Starskiff Haven. We can try the most authentic snack on the LaFu. We're here! The thing about the most authentic snack on the Cienja LaFu is it's a drink, and it's inside this vending machine. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have the money for anything fancy. Here, Mung Bean Soda. 1 can each. This thing has a bit of a unique flavor, but I love it.
Let me try. A nostalgic experience.
Oh, is there a drink like this where you're from?
No, this reminds me of when I first boarded the Express and forced myself to drink Himiko's coffee, and how my taste buds never fully recovered.
How is it? Bearable? That bad? Sorry. But I guess not everyone can accept what I like. Just like flying. Well, don't force yourself. Let's go somewhere else. Ooh, I know a really great place in Starskiff Haven to Starskiff watch.
You know, there are a lot of mung bean soda moments in life. If you don't try, you won't know. Unique experiences are often a product of risky choices.
Tell that to my mom. Her #1 life lesson is, you can't turn back once you enter the sky. Pilots are always dancing with death. I know she's right. I know being a fighter pilot is an exhausting and dangerous job. But I still want to fly among the stars. To fight for the Xianzhou Alliance across the vast galaxy.
Why are you so dedicated to that idea, Miss Qingni?
Have you heard of the Foxian birth fate tradition? Soon after a child is born, we surround them with items that represent future destinies. If the child reaches for a jade abacus, then they'll grow up to be a diviner. If they reach for a sword, then they'll grow up to be a famous warrior. And if they reach for a toy star skiff, that's right. Mom reached for the star skiff and showed a natural talent for flying. General Jing Yuan recruited her to the Cloud Knights as soon as she was old enough. That's how she became a fighter pilot. Later, she achieved miracles. One time, she destroyed 3 beast ships in a hail of Barisan anti-aircraft fire, like an arrow tearing through a thunderstorm. She also holds the Skyfaring Commission records for speed and enemy vessels destroyed. I'm proud to be Madame Yukong's daughter. I've wanted to become a legend like her for as long as I can remember.
I can imagine. A parent is often a child's first hero, and their image can influence their whole life.
She never told me any of those stories herself. And she hasn't piloted a star skiff since the 3rd Denizens of Abundance War. She doesn't even bring up her military achievements. I used to watch her fly when I was young. Then one time, I stole a star skiff and I tried all kinds of difficult maneuvers. Turns out I was as talented as she was. Not only did I survive the flight, my landing was perfect. I remember feeling so happy when they took me to see my mom. There I was boasting about the flight, expecting her to laugh, pat my head, say, "That's my girl," or something. But boy, I've never seen her so scary. I admit, I deserve to be punished. You can't let a kid get away with stealing a star skiff. But my mom was angry about more than that. She was angry because I viewed her as a role model. Because I had the same talent as her. I don't understand it.
Parents never want their children to be in danger. I think I can understand, Madame Yukong.
But flying is the only thing I want to do. I've already touched the sky. It's Mom's secretary, Miss Sique. She just sent me a message. Mom lost one of her trinkets in Stargazer Navalia when she came to save me. Miss Sique suggested I find the trinket and return it to Mom. Said it might help me get back in her good books.
In Stargazer Navalia? Let's go with you and have a look.
Is it really okay to bother you two again?
Indeed.
You're too kind, benefactors. I'll treat you to something better than mung bean soda next time. The fight with the abominations was pretty chaotic. I think Mom's trinket would have dropped around here.
Do you know what it looks like, Miss Qingni?
Let me think. It should be a little square thing. She's usually got something like that on her.
This is your area of expertise. You're a great fighter, but your perception is even more impressive. No matter how well a treasure chest is hidden, you're always able to spot it. So, when it comes to finding a needle in a haystack, is there really anyone more capable than yourself?
Come on, are you kidding? It's a trinket, remember? You think my mom would carry this with her?
It's a Devastator glaive? Is this from the battle? There were a lot of Cloud9. Well, this is too big for a trinket.
Cage. Huh. That reminds me. Have you guys heard of the birds that live in the Everhunt Plains? They have beautiful feathers, but you can't domesticate them. They don't live long if you lock them in a cage. Makes sense. How could a bird that's known the sky live in a cage?
In position. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Setting the seas ablaze! Fight to live! Every victory is hard won.
Come on, are you kidding? It's a trinket, remember? You think my mom would carry this with her? A bird cage. Huh. That reminds me. Have you guys heard of the birds that live in the Everhunt Plains? They have beautiful...
A Devastator glaive? Is this from the battle? There were a lot of Cloud Knights.
No. This is only a replica. Probably some kind of film prop.
Well, this is too big for a trinket.
Mom always carries this trinket around with her, but I never realized there was something inside. Is this... the Hunt Crest? This is what pilots hang in their Starskiff cockpits for good luck.
It must be very close to Helmmaster Yukong's heart. Let's head back, Miss Qingni. I think you should return this trinket in person. This is an opportunity for the two of you to talk.
Not yet. I want to go back later. There's something I hope you two can help me with first.
If you want us to help you persuade your mother, I'm afraid that could be difficult. It's not easy to solve a family dispute as an outsider.
No, you misunderstand. I just want to know what she's thinking. What turned an ace pilot, someone who loved to fly, into someone like her? My mom clearly misses her flying days, otherwise she wouldn't keep this on her person. But she doesn't fly anymore and refuses to let me become a fighter pilot.
Maybe we can... I think we should try General Jing Yuan first. He's been busy at the Seat of Divine Foresight recently. We might not get to see him right away. Still...
General Jing Yuan? Are you sure it's okay to go straight to him? Oh, right. You're the General's guests. Even...
No problem. If we can get to the bottom of why we can't help you too directly, but an indirect conversation like this might give us a clue on how to convince your mother. Yes, leave it to us.
In that case, thank you so much, benefactors. I'll head back to Starskiff Haven. I'm not ready to return to the Skyfaring Commission yet.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
What is your purpose for entering the Seat of
Mr. Yang, and you? What brings you to the Seat of Divine Foresight this time?
It's nothing urgent. We were hoping to understand Helmmaster Yukong a little better.
Yukong? I heard an office worker from the Skyfaring Commission flew a starskiff to assist in the present crisis, but ran into trouble herself. She was only saved thanks to a couple of travelers. The seat of divine foresight heard that Yukong seldom seen but often feared temper was on display. I believe the two of you were caught between mother and daughter.
We heard that Helmmaster Yukong was an outstanding pilot, but that she refuses to let her daughter embark on the same career.
Yukong herself is best placed to answer such questions. But naturally, you are here because you fear that Helmmaster Yukong would decline to answer. If you wish to dispel Miss Qingni's curiosity, perhaps we can take a small step back from the topic at hand. What do you wish? Did Qingni tell you any of this? It all serves to remind me. A long time ago, a young Foxian girl, charged by the Knights with a high-speed flight violation, was brought before me as punishment. Now, she's the Madam Helmmaster, my equal. If I were to turn back the sands of time and try to convince my past self that the little girl in front of me would one day become a wise and experienced Helmmaster, I would have probably never have believed it. The Yukong of the past was nothing like she is now, spending her days surrounded by documents at her desk. She was a flaming wind. The only one who could ever calm her was her comrade. Yes, large fighter starscapes need to be operated in pairs. One pilot takes the helm, the other controls the turrets. The legend of the ace fighter pilot is incomplete without the ace gunner. Yukong's partner was Sai. Both at the controls and behind the turret. Sai was like a cold blade, efficient, decisive, unfeeling when she had to be. It's hard to imagine such contrasting personalities working in perfect harmony. As I mentioned, the campaign inflicted heavy losses on the Xianzhou Air Force. Oh, this is a divine object from the Rainbow Arbiter? Where did you find this?
This object has been stored inside Helmmaster Yukong's personal trinket all along. Miss Qingni lent it to us. She thought it might be a way to find out more about Yukong's past and why she no longer flies.
This object is no ordinary trinket. It has borne witness to blood and tears. I'm sure you're both familiar with the Xianzhou's long galactic hunt. But have you heard of the denizens of Abundance Wars? As the Xianzhou has continued to cleanse the universe of immortal abominations, so too has the Abundance Axis succeeded in breaching our defensive lines. They pushed the Xianzhou to the brink of disaster. 30 years ago, the Xianzhou Yanqing and Fenghu were besieged by our enemies. Even in the long history of warfare between the Xianzhou Alliance and the denizens of Abundance, that air battle was one of the most tragic. We were greatly outnumbered by the abominations of Abundance. Almost 1 million fighter pilots fought in the bitter battle. Those who survived numbered no more than 100,000. Had the Rainbow Arbiter not descended and destroyed the enemy's assault with their sky-shattering Lux Arrow, who's to say whether the Luofu would still be here today? Such divine objects were forged from the embers that the Arbiter's divine arrow left behind. For the survivors, These relics contain the blood of their comrades, the ashes of their enemies, and the dust of their memories. Yukong is a survivor of that war. Her best friend, Tsai, perished on the battlefield.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, General.
I do not wish to speculate on the reason behind Helm Master Yukong's reluctance to fly, nor do I want to open up old wounds. However, it is difficult to discard one's past. Yukong and Tsai trusted each other with their lives. The Helm Master will have strong memories of that time. Perhaps it is not my place to say, but I believe Qingni has the right to know about the past, as the past is starting to affect her future.
Thank you, General. We apologize for taking up your time with such triviality.
Mr. Yang, you jest. How can harmony between parent and child constitute a triviality?
If you... We'll take our leave. Let's go. We should head to Starskiff Haven and find Qingni.
My mom isn't in a great mood. She went for a walk. Probably because of me.
You two are very similar.
Well, we do both like to take a walk after a fight. The only difference is that I come to this side of Starskiff Haven and she heads to the other. That way, we don't bump into each other. Really? I think it's silly. Anyway, did you find anything out from General Jing Yuan?
Did Helmmaster Yukong never bring this up with you?
I was always curious about her past, but she either dodged my questions or pretended not to hear them. In the end, I realized she probably experienced something that left a scar that never fully healed. I never asked her again.
Indeed. That's probably why Yukong was never willing to fly again after the battle, and why she forbids you from flying.
So she doesn't want me to fly because she remembers the pain of losing her friend. And she thinks that my talent makes it more likely that she'll lose me in the same way?
I can't guarantee that's what she's thinking, Miss Qingni. You should talk with her yourself.
You're right, Mr. Yang. But I still have something else to check first. This past that General Jing Yuan mentioned is probably archived in the Palace of Astrum. I remember watching her handle a document with great care before she filed it away. It looked like a diary.
Do you still remember where it was filed, Miss Qingni?
Vaguely. But there are so many files stored in the Skyfaring Commission. Could I ask you benefactors to look for it with me?
A couple of Outworlders going through Skyfaring Commission files isn't a good look. I'm afraid we can only accompany you, Miss Qingni. You'll need to do the searching yourself.
Of course. You're right. Sorry. We can use this one. Okay. Let me see. Helmmaster's personal archive. Oh, got it! Let's... It should be here. Let's see. Yes! This is Mom's diary!
Miss Qingmi, I don't think the two of us should be reading your mother's diary.
It should be fine. This is from decades ago. For you travelers, that's more than half a lifespan.
No, I still think I shouldn't read it. You stay here with Miss Qingmi. I'll be waiting over there.
Is it really that big of a deal? I'm sure they're just her notes on life as a pilot. Come on, please, look at it with me. I need someone to give me some advice. Let's read it together. Maybe her diary holds the key to all of this.
What is the meaning of this? The Helmmaster's daughter bringing Outworlders in to sneak around? What do you have in your hands? Let me see. Madame Yukong's diary? Nerve. How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary? And with her daughter, too. By the Arbiter, you two are in for a...
Mr. Yanqing, please, calm down. Let us explain.
I see. Qingmi, I know Madame Yukong's position on you becoming a pilot is tough for you to accept, but she has her own concerns.
I understand, Mr. Yanqing. But now, compared to becoming a fighter pilot, I'm more interested in knowing what my mom went through. I want to know what happened, how she went from ace pilot to Helmmaster.
I've been here for a long time, Qingmi. If there's something you wish to know, just ask. But don't... No, this isn't something I should read. Don't... Just listen to yourself. I suppose you think if you ate your shoes, I'd follow... Just ask some other questions. This divine object, if I remember correctly, it's the one... I heard the war that forged this object was only won thanks to the Rainbow Arbiter's blessing. If Madame Yukong still carries objects from that pilot...
If Mom still longs for the sky, then why does she no longer fly?
Perhaps Tsai's passing was too much for her. You shouldn't be asking me about this. Miss Tsai, I remember her. She was an ace gunner. Many people wanted to be her flight partner. Her husband, Mr. Guan Yuan, was a pilot. They manned the same skiff and were the envy of many. But when it came to pilots, your mother was the best match for her. They flew together all the time. Even Mr. Guanyan couldn't match their numbers. After he passed away in battle, Tsai rarely teamed. It was tragic when Tsai died soon after. That's the life of a pilot. No one knows. Tsai's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn in Tsai's possessions as per regulations. She kept them locked away. Nonsense. As a Xianzhou native, I've lived long enough to remember more than the Foxian pilots could ever hope to. In the end, all the ace pilots perished. The only thing I can do is to remember them and ensure...
Where are Miss Tsai's possessions stored? Thanks for telling us all this, Mr. Yanqing.
You're welcome. I know this. I suppose you're going to go through Madame Yukong's office desk next. I can understand your position, Qingni. I'll take my leave and pretend I didn't see anything. After all, please don't tell your mother that you saw me today.
Got it.
You're a cheeky one. You're lucky I have a sense of humor. Hurry. Madame Yukong will be back soon.
My mom keeps lots of stuff. That's the selling point of this desk. Super simplistic design with super spacious hidden compartments. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and under the desktop. Got it. This looks similar to Mom's diary, but it looks like... So, I was adopted? And this Miss Tsai? I suppose I've always had a feeling. But now I know the truth. I feel like I'm dreaming. Don't let that child touch the sky. Is this why Mom refuses to let me become a fighter pilot? For a pilot, the most important oath before departure is the promise to bring your comrade back. Mom didn't manage to bring her comrade back. So she vowed to prevent me from setting out. Not only am I her daughter, I'm also her final promise to Tsai. I never thought my dream would put Mom in such a difficult situation. I feel a lot closer to Mom after reading this diary. Even if we're not connected by blood. I understand. Can you come with me one more time? I want to have a proper chat with Mom. It's fine. I don't need you to do anything. I just want you and Mr. Yang to stand nearby. I'll feel more confident that way.
You're all done? I see. Let's find Helmmaster Yukong. We're here to help, but she and I really shouldn't interject when you're conversing.
It's okay. When Mom feels down, she usually goes to take in a view of the Jade Gate. She should still be there. Mom?
Qingni, why are Mr. Yang and they here too?
Miss Qingni kindly agreed to show us around Starskiff Haven. She mentioned she was trying to mend things between you, but was feeling shy about it. We volunteered to come with her.
Thank you. I must apologize for the trouble my daughter has brought you.
Mom!
All right, it's getting late. Let's talk once we're home.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something right now. I want to become a fighter pilot, no matter what.
We've talked about this many times. No means no.
But...
Seems like Miss Qingni is a little hesitant. Try giving her a little push.
I thought Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject. What should I say? Jingni's birth mother, Cai Yi, was Yukong's lifelong friend. When Cai Yi passed away in that devastating war, Yukong adopted her daughter. Still, it doesn't seem like something to bring up now. Qingni remembers that Yukong...
Is that Cai's diary? How did you... I understand now. I'm sorry, Qingni. I don't expect to gain your forgiveness. I just hope you can understand my reason.
Mom, what are you talking about? I'm your daughter. Our bond is bigger than forgiveness and reason. I'll listen to anything you have to say.
Just like you, I once longed for the sky. I know what it feels like to fly through infinite space, to be surrounded by the vast expanse of nothingness, with unimaginable splendors looming in the distance, to float like a single leaf in the fathomless stellar sea. Some called it loneliness, but we called it freedom. Cai was like that too. We're friends since childhood. We flew star skiffs everywhere, causing trouble until the knights caught us and dragged us before General Jingyuan. We soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. It wasn't an easy life. You could even say it was a cruel one. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive. Of course, the same could be said of yourself. But those are my best memories. We would strike out into the sky, repelling demons and upholding justice. The blood we shed bore witness to it all. The life of a Foxian is short and fleeting. Surely we should dedicate ourselves to such glorious aims.
System space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
We're engaging the main Borisan fleet this time. Don't get too excited.
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails. Feeling rusty?
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with me for so long. Did you miss me?
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you in my cockpit. Say, Cai, really didn't think you'd come back. Do you really like flying star skiffs that much?
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting, dangerous, low paid. Plus, you only get back to the Luofu a few times a year. But given the choice, I'd always pick this. I guess I already touched the sky.
Mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly every conversation I've ever had. But I still remember us shooting the breeze that day. It's crystal clear. It was the last time I spoke to Cai. Sai? Hold on, Sai. Sai, open your eyes. Sai?
Thank you. Yukong. I've had a good life. But please, don't let Qingni walk the same path. Don't let her become a fighter pilot.
Sai, she's your daughter. You'll be able to tell her yourself, do you hear? The rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Qingni is waiting for you. She lost Guangyan. She can't afford to lose you too. Wake up! Sai! 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 When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the star skiff, I looked up into a clear sky, pure and seemingly unadorned by the atmosphere that arced far above us. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen. But all I could feel was unbearable pain. I sunk to the ground and gazed in my dream. That was the day I died.
Mom, this is the first time I've heard you talk about this. But I'm not a little girl anymore. The road of a fighter pilot is a cruel one. I know that now. But I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice can bring happiness to the citizens of the Xianzhou, then I'm ready for it.
You are so very similar to Tsai. The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned. I've known for a long time you were ready, but I was not. You know, the cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Tsai, your father Guangyan, we were prepared for the worst when we enlisted. But do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Tsai and the lives of hundreds of thousands of fighters.
The Rainbow Arbiter's divine arrow.
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers just to halt their advance. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter, then what purpose did our sacrifices serve? Under the might of an eon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke. We are nothing. We mean nothing.
Mom.
But I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. Even if that person is my daughter, I brazenly interfered with your choices. I am sorry. That is my failure as a mother.
Mom, you don't need to apologize. Really, you don't need to.
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did. I believe that one day, you'll make an outstanding fighter pilot.
Huh? Really? Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There was was afraid of you following in my footsteps, and more afraid of you taking after Tsai. If this is your choice, then I'm willing to support you, even if you live to regret it.
Mom, I have one last request.
Tell me.
I want to fly with you at least once.
I'm afraid I can't. I won't be flying anymore.
But why?
Because I already touched the sky.